Hello my YouTube friends, my name is Democles Rocha and today we are going to talk about a trick that you can use to do addition and subtraction of fractions very easy. Let's get started, okay? This trick is so easy that you can even do it using your mental math, okay? Or using only in your head. Here we have 1/2, 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3. We will start by multiplying these two bottom numbers. Yes, we will multiply them. Although we are adding fractions, we will start by multiplying these two bottom numbers. What is 2 times 3? You know that 2 times 3 equals 6. That is what I write here. My next step is to multiply this top number with this bottom number, okay? Numerator, denominator, okay? I will multiply 1 times 3, and that is very easy because 1 times 3 is 3, okay? Since we are adding, I will put an addition sign here, and my next step is to multiply this bottom number with that top number. And what is 2 times 1? You will say that 2 times 1 equals 2. We are almost done. All we need to do now is to add here the numbers that we have on the top of this fraction. And 3 plus 2 equals 5. So our result is 5 over 6. This can be very easy. If you practice enough, you can even solve problems like this, doing all the calculus inside your mind, okay? Let's practice once more. Let's get started. We will start the same way, okay? We are just practicing now. We start by multiplying 5 times 2, and 5 times 2 equals 10. That is what I write here. Okay, my next step is to multiply this number and this number. What is 2 times 2? 2 times 2 equals 4. That is what I write here. We are adding these two fractions, so addition sign here. My next step is to multiply 5 times 3. 5 times 3 equals 15. That is what I write here. And we are ready for the next step, which is just to repeat the bottom number, which is 10. And now we add 4 plus 15. That gives us 19. Okay? Do you think it's easy? Maybe you should try and solve the next one yourself and then compare your answer with the answer that we will find here. So let's keep practicing, okay? Once more, I will start by multiplying these two bottom numbers. What is 4 times 2? 4 times 2 equals 8. That is what I write here. My next step is to multiply 1 times 2. 1 times 2 equals 2. That's what I write here. We are adding these two fractions, and we are doing so by multiplying some numbers. My next step is to multiply 4 times 3. What is it? Is 12. Okay? We are almost done. Here we have on the top 2 plus 12, that equals 14, and at the bottom I still have 8. Okay, but we can simplify this fraction by dividing both the top number and the bottom number by 2. 14 divided by 2 equals 7, and 8 divided by 2 equals 4. So instead of writing just 14 over 8, I will simplify and write 7 over 4. There it is. I will put my result here inside a little box, and I will move on. To perform subtraction, the idea is the same, but you have to be careful with the order of operations, okay? You have to take all the steps in this order, so you won't get confused and get a wrong answer. I will start by multiplying here. 5 times 7, that gives me 35. That's right. My next step is to multiply 4 times 7, okay? 4 times 7 equals 28. Mister, are you telling me that I have to know by heart the multiplication table? What do you think? Well, let's keep working on this. Now we are subtracting. My next step is to multiply 5 times 1. 5 times 1 equals 5. That is what I write here. And I can move on. And now the bottom number is 35, and the top number will be, well, 28 minus 5, that gives me 23. Okay, what do you think? Is it easy or what? Let's move on to this next example. Here we have 5 over 4 minus 2 over 9. I will start by multiplying 4 times 9. That gives me 36. That's what I write here. And now I will multiply 5 times 9. 5 times 9, you know it's 45. We are subtracting, so subtraction sign here. My next step is to multiply 4 times 2. That gives me 8. I write 8 right here. And we are about to finish. I repeat 36 here. And 45 minus 8, well, that is 37. Okay, if you need, you can check. Let's move on to the next and final example. It's the same way. We start by multiplying 6 times 13. 6 times 10 equals 60. And 6 times 3 equals 18. 60 plus 18, 78. That is the result of 6 times 13, 78. My next step is to multiply 1 times 13. That gives me 13. What will I subtract? Well, 6 times 2. That gives me 12. Okay, we are almost done here. I will just repeat 78. And you know that 13 minus 12 equals 1. And this is it. I hope you liked this trick that you can use to add and to subtract fractions. You can always use this, but I like to use this strategy only when I'm working with fractions that have small numbers. Because if you wanted to add 12 over 13 plus 38 over 39, well, using this strategy, that would be a lot of work because you would have to multiply 13 times 39 and 12 times 39 and 13 times 38, and that can be very difficult. To solve problems like this, it is useful that you know how to get the LCM, the least common multiple of the denominators. The denominators here are 13 and 39. So if you face a situation like this, you could start by finding the common denominator. For 13 and 39, the least common multiple of them is 39 itself. In fact, 39 is multiple of 13. It is 3 times 13. And 39 is a multiple of 39 itself because it is 1 times 39. So what we do is we work with fractions that have the same denominator. In that denominator, we can use the least common multiple of the old denominators. So here I will use 39. In this situation, now think, 13, in order to become 39, you have to multiply by 3. So here we will multiply the top number by 3 too. 3 times 12 equals 36. That's what I write here. And for this second fraction, nothing changes. It's like we are multiplying both the bottom number and the top number by 1. So here we continue with 38. Let me erase this. Adding fractions that have the same denominator is very easy. We just have to repeat the denominator, which is 39 in this situation, and add the top numbers, the numerators. 36 plus 38 equals 74. So we will find here 74 over 39. I hope you notice how important it is to understand both strategies. This strategy here is good for fractions involving small numbers. And this strategy that we used here is good for fractions if you are able to find the least common multiple of the old denominators. So you can replace the fractions with new fractions that are equivalent to them but have the same denominator. With fractions that have the same denominator, you just repeat the denominator and work with the numerators, okay? If you really understood what I explained here, maybe you could try and add these two fractions. 2 over 7 plus 1 over 4. What will you find? Can you do this addition using mental math? I hope you can. If you manage to solve it, leave a comment with the result that you find, okay? This video was meant to help you. If it did, leave a comment with a smiley face. I will be happy to see it. That's it for today. I wish you have a nice day. Bye!